Do you see a lowering to your north? Roger that. I do still have, I just sent you the link. I should send it just to you. All right, guys, if you're just tuning in here, I wanted to share what is going on. Even though it's not Huntington County, it is right on our doorstep, just to our north. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning just skirting along the north side of Huntington. Copy that. If you would hang tight right there and look to your west, and we'll pay a little bit more attention to what's coming from that direction as well. All right, so I have a chase. Yeah, keep an eye on your west, southwest. So everything else at this point would be to your 2 o'clock almost at this point. Okay, so we are currently watching this system right here. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. Copy that. I got a guy right here just outside of North Manchester. But I'm watching this severe thunderstorm warning right here. It came out of Silver Lake. And the reason I'm watching it, you'll see here that it is tagged tornado possible. So those events I don't take lightly because I feel that sometimes they don't push the button when needed. So we got a chaser. He's out ready to rock and roll right now. So if you're in Columbia City, Lake Everett, Blue Lake, Swan, Huntertown, Fort Wayne, Liberty Mills, South Whitley, if I didn't say that already, Tri Lakes, Larwell, just be ready for anything at this point. I don't see where the tornado possible tag would be on this. I was looking for that, but you can't be too careful with some of these storms. So currently now we're watching this area over here. They may end up tagging something like that with a tornado possible tag. So we're going to keep an eye on that as well. We got some hail over in Macy as that's going to continue to track over towards that direction. So we are keeping an eye on that. I know we got a lot of followers from Fort Wayne and Columbia City. So we wanted to make sure that we still share the love. So, and still watching for any shadows or anything on that. So did you get the link? Did you get the link? $10-4. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on this right now. Justin's working on pulling out his link right now so he can give us an eye to the sky a little bit here. And we will go from there. So like I said, there's no tornado warning, nothing that I'm confirming via radar, but with this system, it is possible with how it developed that anything could happen at any time. So we're keeping a very close eye on what is happening over there. The college going to get hit hard. I'm from the university. Which college are we looking at? Which university? There's what Justin's looking at currently. North Huntington. It's not North Huntington. It's Whitley County, Sarah. The tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. All right, Justin. I got you up on the big screen here, big dog.
Alrighty.
We got good visual. So that's what's coming from the west-southwest. I see you're in my favorite parking spot.
Oh, I love this parking spot. There's no wires. There's no nothing above your head, so you're pretty well protected.
Right? It's beautiful.
You see everything.
That's right.
You can
All right.
see.
Well, we're keeping an eye on what's coming. You got another storm system that's you're going to get a little bit of a break here in a second, and then what is that? Okay, and then we got something coming from the west again, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, I'm just talking to our followers right now about what's going on around Columbia City. They did remove the tornado possible tag off that, which is good. It was starting to show some potential there, so
I do have
no longer.
I do have thunder and I do have lightning at my location right now as we speak.
10-4. So currently, I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute me, and I'm going to call somebody real quick. Give me a second. All right, Justin, it looks like you're going to be coming into a clearing here. It's going to kind of lighten up a little bit.
It's starting
How's
to get
things going
lighter. It's going. I'm watching the wind and the signs roll.
Right. So far, the other stuff that we were looking at is still Miami County. So I'm watching.
Oh, that's pretty. The cloud going over my head right now is pretty. You can just see it on the screen.
Yeah, I can see that. Hit the wipers a little bit. There we go.
Oh. If the rain would stop for 30 seconds, I would. Hold on here. Let me see if I can get my phone out. Oh, it sucked back up.
Where's that
point
at?
That is in the Huntington County area on over by 105.
All right. Keep
I'm
an eye
right
on that. Hey, Justin.
Towards the South Whitley side.
Hey, Justin. Can you go back out and show me that again? Negative. No, the other way. Keep turning to your left just a hair. I want you to watch that and chase that like your life depends on it. (10-4), but stay behind it.
That one's rolling down 105, it looks like.
Well, I would say I would flip a U-turn, hang tight, and wait for it to pass you a little bit, and then just stay behind it. So, guys, I don't know if you guys saw that tail, but I'm gonna bring that up on screen real quick here, Justin. So I'm gonna take my eyes off, but just keep an eye on what you're looking at there. If you see anything, radio me. All right, so where Justin is didn't really show anything too crazy, but he's right here. He's looking over this direction, so we're gonna hit play, and we're gonna watch for that as that comes to him. We can see there's a little bit of an anomaly there on the radar, so, but it doesn't make sense for it to be doing what it's doing. So right there. Okay, so we're going to pop this back up in front of him. It's going to be coming kind of right for you, so I would probably go up to Bracken and get ready to take a left. Copy that. What's to your right? What's above you? That's always a big question, right? What's above you? Copy that. I'm sorry, guys. He's in this area. We have development possibly there as well. So is that Bracken Road? It doesn't look like Bracken Road. Okay, if you have a decent place to pull over and hang tight for a minute, I would probably say do that. Maybe get back up to the stop sign, but just keep an eye on that. It's not moving that fast. If anything would develop, it'd be just to the right side of the dark clouds, but it doesn't have the proper base. All right, guys. So currently we are watching him. He's currently out there rocking and rolling. We were seeing some inflow and some outflow in this area. It's not currently as prevalent, but he's in a good position just in case. But I've also got to keep an eye behind him. So the reason I'm going to have you hold tight is because I'm watching the radar, and for what I'm seeing development wise, what's behind you might be more abusive than what's in front of you, if that makes sense. How copy? No, you're in a good spot to be able to take off and chase that if something does start to develop, though. So I would hang tight right there, but keep an eye in your mirror. So we got the question of, is this going to hit Huntington? Currently, this is north of Huntington. We're gonna go down to a 2-map system. Well, we'll go down to 1 map here. So this is your current radar. We got Huntington County right here. We got a little cell down here in the southern part of Huntington County, but this little comma section has been what we've actually been keeping an eye for. And keep in mind, you lose Bluetooth when you get out of the truck. And that so what you're seeing there, so he is currently right in this area, and what you're seeing out there in the distance is this line right here. That's what I'm concerned about right there, that little pinpoint. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Is this going to hit Huntington? Not right now. It's staying north of Huntington. So this is the beginning of the frontal boundary. As this stuff passes, that's going to remove the threat. Say again? Point to it because I'm not seeing it on this. Can you point to it towards it on your camera? Right in the armpit. $10-4, thanks. Give me 30 seconds here for it to update. Oh, nobody can see the map. All right, stand by. All right, there's the map. I am so sorry about that. Thanks for calling me out on that. So we'll do that again real quick. So here's Huntington in a nutshell. We have a cell down here heading for Markle. What we have is we have a line here. We have a line here. If we zoom out here, I can show you guys the greater picture. The boundary and the frontal line is right there. So as that passes through, it greatly helps diminish the threat of anything that's farther north of it. So currently, with what Justin's looking at, can confirm, big dog. You want to chase that, or do you want to wait for what's coming? Yeah, but the storm overall is building. So your call. Point your phone at it. No, what's leaving? Man, it's got a hell of an inflow. Copy, I concur. $10-4. Keep an eye on that armpit that's moving away from you, though. It's not going too fast. We can still catch up if need be, but I'm still seeing some slight rotation on that. Roger, you have a comma coming to you. It is directly to the west, so you would be south of it when it comes through as you sit right now, which will be a good pivot point to be able to chase from. So that's a pretty good spot for where that's going to move through. $10-4. He's saying where he's at. All right, guys. For you guys wondering what Justin's looking at here, he is just north of Andrews. Let's see, that's 16. There's 114. He's about right there right now. So we've got a couple things that we've been watching. We've seen areas of rotation in this little. You're still north of Andrews, but you can't see Bippus on the map. And then we're watching this line right here. Why is that important? So as we look at this, we can see the anomalies in the radar just south of North Manchester, just southwest of Rowan, and right in the middle. So they're not warning this. We don't have a tornado watch. But it's important that we watch this for a lot of reasons. So we'll pull up the big picture here. So when you have things that go like this, when you have things that go like this, when you have things that bow, those are things that we watch and we take a lot of interest into for storm purposes. So they did just remove that severe thunderstorm warning. But I think looking at velocity and things like that, it's very important that we keep an eye on that. Like right there. I mean, it could be very small rotation, but something could happen, and it could happen quick and be done. So, having a chaser out in the field, especially in the area he is in Huntington County, right in this area, ready to go. I mean, that's important for us. We know what's coming. We know what's coming for our neighbors. So, we can keep an eye on these possible little squall tornadoes, QLCS, and report if necessary to the National Weather Service for public safety. All right, Justin. Straight west of you, buddy. Keep an eye right there, just past that stop sign. I have visual. All right, so you guys can see there on the screen what I am pointing him to. This little happy area of nugget right here. So we're going to keep an eye on that as development occurs and moves towards him. Say again. All right, guys. So if you're watching from home, you can see that we have a definite lowering there. How far is this from Huntington? So this is going to scrape the northwestern corner of Huntington County. Justin? Is that wall cloud rotating at all? You're in a good spot, buddy. It's going to go north of you if anything happens. So you're in a perfect spot for viewing. How copy?
Joseph Allen asked, is that a hook?
Yes. What's that happy little accident there just to the north of that red barn? Yep. Just stay where you are and observe. (10-4). Yeah, keep an eye to the north of you. Keep an eye to the west of you. That right there is a little bit more prevalent, though. He is on 1100 North, Casey. And 105. Copy that. Okay. Sorry, guys, if I get quiet here occasionally. It's just chaser safety is a little bit paramount for me. So I'm watching his screen. I'm watching radar. Is that shelf cloud rolling? Is that a roll cloud or is that a shelf cloud? My guy, we got to keep your camera still. You're going to make me vomit over here. No, it is not heading towards Silver Lake. Everything is past Silver Lake currently. Justin, how copy? Justin, how copy? Oh, that's beautiful. Copy that. Stay ready to move because we might move you to the east about a mile. Copy. I'm more interested to what's to your west. Oh, that could be worth watching too. But directly to your west is the most prevalent on radar right now. Do you want to go ahead and pop up about a mile? Go ahead, just in case. Just go up to the next intersection. It's probably a half mile. All right, so he's going to be heading up to 825 west. And that's going to kind of keep him out of it. So this is 114. So he is now about right there. That's good. Roger. It's not, but things are going to start to move north of you, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Solid copy. Is that facing north? Roger. Yeah, this looks to have flattened out a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on it here for a minute, but I'm not seeing the rotation I once was. All right, while we're waiting to see if anything comes through for him, as we're on the radar, we're watching this current line right here as it makes its way slowly but surely that to the south and the east. Once it gets past Huntington, the threat diminishes significantly. So you can see over here the remainder of the line right here. Now there is some rain and whatnot out back here, but this is basically a southern moisture plume that's kind of coming up like this. And as that shifts, what's going to happen is it's going to have to get its moisture together a little bit differently. So we'll talk about where the low pressures are and everything like that, but that's kind of what's bringing us our system right now, moisture plume that comes up like that. So you see this blue circle up here. That is where they're talking about issuing a watch. You can see that that's only probably the northern quarter of Ohio. Watch issuance wise likely. So they're going to keep an eye on that. But once this moisture plume inundates us with moisture, their threat of severe weather diminishes quite well. So copy. I'm watching. What are you seeing to your west? Perfect, right there. Copy. I don't think you have very good cell service. So what direction would you say that is? Southwest? Copy that. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on that one. Yet. We'll keep an eye on it here for a minute. Can confirm. Weather-wise, everything looks to have just shifted into Whitley County. Which is going to be to the north. The line of clouds that you're seeing now are the actual frontal boundary starting to come through. If you want to go north, that road should take you up to 114 if you want to go up and punch that. Well, this is going to continue a northeastern trajectory. So if you just wanted to go up to 114 and just take a look to your north and see what you got from there, just for visualization prospect, that would be okay. Copy that. Yeah, that's north, isn't it? All right, guys. So this is the current radar and what you're looking at while he's heading north just to check that out. We'll probably call it at 114 and just call it a day for now. So this is the current radar. This is what everything looks like, guys. Everything that is severe warned up here, Leo Cedarville, heading into St. Joe, Antwerp, Woodburn, and we got Ashley, Hamilton, just northwest of Kimmelville, Angola. Let's see. So mainly this turned into a wind event. You can see there's a huge wind front right there. If anything was to develop, it would be probably right in this little area right there, but it's not looking too promising right now. So Yeah. So once we get an all clear from Justin, we're going to see what he's got from here, and we will go from there. So he is heading towards 105. So, all right, my friend. So that in front of you is cold front clouds. You made it. Good job. All right, I'm going to go ahead and kill the live. Thanks. All right, so like I said, we just saw those clouds. I just wanted to see that to confirm that that is the cold front coming through. Like I said, that is right there. So that's going to hamper some of that development out in the other area. So this, oops. So hopefully we shouldn't see development behind that pocket as that moves. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we will keep going on. If anything else happens, we'll be back on. And it looks to be probably a squash for Ohio this evening as well, unfortunately. But, you know, they may get these winds out of this Boeing front right here. But that's about it. It looks like this is kind of like an inflow tail here. And then you just have a big rain bulb on the end of it. So, unfortunately, $10-4, thanks. No further developments expected at this time in Ohio, other than some severe thunderstorm warnings for some wind and some hail. They do have a mesoscale discussion out for possible tornadoes, but it says the risk is uncertain. So definitely not a good chase environment with the type of front that's coming through currently. So once everything gets through, if this was a warm front, it would be game on. So, but that's going to do it for us today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Joseph talking about my negativity. But thanks for joining us. Like I said, when there's severe weather, we're here. And thanks for tuning in. We will catch you guys later. Thanks.